you have exited left on the matrix. Whoever I'm talking to, like, you have elevated clean up out the matrix. Anybody who've ever seen that movie, y'all remember how the whole time Morpheus, everybody telling Neo he the one, he the one, he the one. He didn't see it until he saw it. This has been the same thing for many of you, but instead of people being real, for a lot of y'all didn't have people keeping it real and like you the one. You had people trying to make it seem like you were not. You had people that were trying to dim your light. You had people that you had to reduce yourself around in order to be in a relationship. The thing is, for a lot of you, you finally gotten to a chance, to a place where you've been able to see yourself and you've been able to blossom into your true self, where you were able to have that ego death and become alive. And this is a powerful place to be. For a lot of you who this is for, you're people who you're meant to create. You're people that's meant to produce. You're meant to put out content. Your voice is meant to be heard. Some of y'all listen to this, you ain't never posted nothing online before. A lot of y'all who listening to that, let me tell you something about chosen ones. True chosen ones don't even really want to be seen like that. True chosen ones don't have a desire to be famous. A lot of chosen ones that will take the bread, like, give me that behind the scenes money. But to be honest, a lot of chosen ones don't even want fame. But that's not that it's not about you. It's about your purpose. A lot of you all have a voice to share. A lot of you all are unique. A lot of you are different. A lot of you don't fit into the constructs of society, what they told you that you're supposed to be. Honestly, when you're moving authentically, you're going to be different. A lot of people who out here seeming to be normal are not, quote unquote, whatever that means, normal, but they're acting. They're playing a role. They got a facade. When you really yourself, you gonna come across a little weird. You gonna come across a little different. A lot of you have embraced being weird. You could care less. And I gotta ask everybody listening, why would you care about the opinion of a bot? Any of you listening to this and you still, I don't know, I don't want to get online, I don't know what they would say. Who cares what these people would say? A lot of people have lost their ever-loving mind. It's time for the real ones, for the real chosen ones, to put their voice out there. Bring a little bit more balance online. We already brought balance and light to the earth. It's enough of us down here. Even if it's 1% of us, that's plenty light to shift the vibration of the planet. Many of us have came online. But it's also time for you not to just energetically shift, but this is time for you to also get out there. 2026, the year of the chosen ones, people you ain't never heard from, people you ain't never seen. One thing about it is we live in a world full of fake. But when you put one real next to fake, it makes it very clear. I know. Let me give an example. Y'all remember, especially for my millennials, my 90s baby, those who lived them early 2000s, y'all remember how they used to love them fake chains. Y'all remember when the fake bling was a thing? They'll get the fake bling from the mall with the bag, the fake bling, and people was rocking that. If you get fake bling, let me tell you what happened when you'll see a real diamond. I never forget. I went to the Lil Wayne concert. We graduated from high school. It was Lil Wayne concert. He came down. That's when I was in Augusta. So Lil Wayne came down, had the thing thumping. Okay. This man came on the stage. He had, like, I don't know what the chains are. It's like just a nice chain. That's the type I want. Just something nice and classy. He had a chain on, family. Man, if I never seen a real diamond in my life, I saw it that day. Even if I never knew what diamonds look like. When Weezy was on that stage, I never forgot. Till today, you cannot fake me. I know what real diamonds look like. Real diamonds shine in the dark, baby. A lot of y'all real diamonds, but we ain't talking. Well, no, we talking about that. A lot of y'all the real diamonds. But real diamonds shine in the dark. When you put the real out, man, anything that seemed to be real or look like that, it fades in comparison. So for a lot of you, you're meant to be online. It's time to put yourself out there, even if you're an entrepreneur. Any entrepreneur knows, even brick and mortar entrepreneurs who've been doing that for years, even they be trying to do a little YouTube or TikTok. You got to do that. This is the new way. It doesn't matter. Even if you have other things established, you have to be online. This is how you stay relevant. It's a new time and a new era. So a lot of you are went to get online, put your voice out there. Put some wisdom out there. Put what God has put on your heart, even if you just sharing your story. A lot of y'all might feel like, well, I don't know what wisdom to share. I don't know how to teach. Just be you. Just being you understand how that could help millions of other people. You know how many people are similar to you or might have the same quirks as you, or let's keep it about the same problems as you. You don't even have to always come online with solutions. You could just keep it a buck about what you dealing with, what you going through. And Do you know how helpful that is sometimes, even if a person, because everybody, this is a time, people, first of all, most people don't even know what they talking about. A lot of people not even looking for people to know what they talking about. A lot of people are looking for people to relate to. Sometimes it just feels good to just know that you ain't the only one. And even if just telling your story, keeping your truth is what you're meant to do that. That in itself could save many, even if it's just one person. You never know who you touching. So a lot of y'all so clean out the Matrix family that you really about to start living a phenomenal life. You are not built to fit into the structure. Everything they told, what do they say? Go to school, graduate, then go get a degree. You'll make more money. Then when you do that, get married and have kids, buy a house. Who wants to do that? Who has that worked out for? And again, I'm being a little facetious here. Like obviously some people that was a cool thing, but I haven't seen it. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen it. I know many people that are married. Most people around me, most people in my family, most of my cousins, and everybody. Most of the people I know are in that situation, but it's not what I want. A lot of people have jobs. Think about people who got jobs, 401k set up, this, that, but the freedom that's not the path that I chose. I had the wisdom from early on that I wasn't with it. Shouts out to Gen Z who was able to be born in a generation where entrepreneurship is something that people look up to. Everybody know who come from my generation, the millennials who really had to bust that door down. We didn't have support. People look down on entrepreneurship. Now everybody wants to be a YouTuber. Everybody wants to be a content creator. When I was doing this and telling people to do this 10, I don't know now, family, might be 12, 15 years ago, family. I got to do the math on that. I ain't do the math. Y'all know I'm aging backwards, so I get a little bit confused with numbers. But when I was telling people to do this 10, 15 years ago, the people was looking like, you doing that? That's crap. Now everybody and their mama that I know be hitting me up. People, I'm like, don't you got a job? Don't you got something you doing? Why you trying to get on YouTube? Ain't you married and your husband take care of you? Don't you have a job that you got 50 401k set up? Why you want to do this? I thought you was straight. But now everybody want the advice. Everybody want to be an entrepreneur. But when I was doing this, when I was doing YouTube, that was not cool. That was looked down upon. So again, I'm using that as an example, but many of you have broken through the matrix and you're meant to do different things. You're meant to live a different life. Even in terms of relationship, you don't have to try to chase what people telling you to do. Some of y'all might feel like, man, my people are trying to pressure me to get married. I'm a certain age, I should be this. I'm a certain age, I should have a kid. Says who? When you out the matrix, you realize that people's voices really don't even matter. It's neither here nor there. You can create what you came to create. This is your movie. This is your story. Don't let a story that worked out for one person back in the 1700s be, okay, look, now everybody got to do that. Nah. You're out the matrix mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and it's time to fly, to move in a completely different direction. Some of y'all are getting to create some things that just haven't been seen. I even see some of y'all creating new platforms, new networks online that's like, we don't even have that yet, or being part of some things like that, putting information out, putting certain types of art, putting certain music forms out. Some of you could be creating new music forms. We're going to be seeing a lot of things come into fruition. So it's like, follow what you're being led to do. Some of y'all are sleeping on some great ideas, and we already know if you don't do it, the Most High will give that idea to somebody else. None of us own anything. Everything that we receive comes from the Most High. When you get an idea, when you get inspiration, when you get creativity, when you find an invention, this is something that you're tapping into infinite intelligence. One of the things that I remind you that we teach about all the time here with mental mastery is, even one of the reasons we talk about meditation is because you can start to separate yourself from your thoughts that keep conditioning you over and over again. And when you start to make that separation, you start to see like, wait, I'm not my thoughts. These thoughts are coming to me based on my vibration, based on my expectations. But when you meditate long enough and consistently enough, you'll start to see that your vibration raises. And when your vibration start to raise, now you get to start having access to ideas and thoughts that you didn't once have access to. This is where the realm of the genius come from. It's not about being a genius. It's about being able to tap into a higher intelligence. So you're outside the matrix, fully embrace that. You're about to go crazy. Some of y'all are just going to be so fire with what you do creatively online. And this is because you're not part of the program. You came to break the program and also be an example for other people to break it as well. Some of y'all looking at this right now, you're like, well, I feel like I'm weird. Man, if you're weird, you're good. To me, weird is cool. Normal is trash. Look at what's normal. Go on TikTok. Go on Instagram. You go that's normal. If you know, you know. Okay. David Consecration coming up December 8th through the 14th. Is our final event of 2025. Stand on what you know. Stand on faith. Move the way that God has you moving. This is meant to break yokes. We're not only going to have prophecy, but it's also going to be prophetic activation. And we also have deliverance is going to happen in this day with consecration as well. Where 2 or 3 are joined, there the Most High is in the midst. We're breaking yokes. Some people already that has signed up for the day with consecration. I know personally. We got real spiritual warriors, real spiritual assassins. We moving different. One of the videos I did was about how spirituality is going to look completely different because a lot of people are mimicking and performing spirituality, performing religion. Nah, God seeks that which has been driven away. So God is getting ready to move through you in a real authentic way. Again, we would love to have you in the day of consecration for those of y'all who really ready to end the year right and bring off 2026 with a bang and kicking every giant down every step along the way here forth. All of my links are below. You can go to prettybossTV.com as well. Or you can also go on Altar Body Code for our consecration tools. Y'all follow your girl. Also, I never get to say this on I am Kendra Justine. Y'all know I don't like social media, but I'm going to be on social media this year. The same way I'm telling y'all you got to get online. I don't like using all them networks, but we got to get out there. It's too much trash. You gotta put some real in the mix. You see what I'm saying? So we about to be out here, pure point blank. Y'all also follow me on Instagram at I am Kendra Justine. You can get a lot of behind the scenes things. I love you all so much. Stay blessed, baby. You out the matrix. Some of y'all ain't out yet, but you getting out of there. And when you get out, baby, stay out. Then you can come back in the matrix, not feeling like a victim in the matrix, but really just slaying. Because when you realize you out the matrix and it's nothing but NPCs, woo, it makes creating your own reality that much easier. Co-creating your own reality that much easier. I love y'all so much. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all willing. Peace.